We all have that family member that says that shaving is going to make your hair grow back thicker and that stress is going to make you go grey overnight. The real question is, are these myths even true? Today we're going to tackle 14 hair and beard myths. Let's dive in. Shaving makes your hair grow back thicker and faster. False. Boys, if shaving made your hair grow back thicker and faster, I would look like a complete werewolf by now. That's just not how it works. The truth is, shaving does not affect growth rate or thickness. It just makes hair appear like it grows back thicker because when you cut it, it cuts blunt, so it adds texture when it grows out. It's very common for teenagers to fall for this myth. It's just an illusion whilst their hair is developing. In reality, genetics are gonna decide how thick and fast your hair grows. Washing your hair every day is necessary for healthy hair. False. Unless you're sweating buckets every day, washing hair too often can actually harm it because you're stripping the natural oils. Most guys should stick to about 2 or 3 times a week, but if you notice your hair getting a little bit greasy in between washes, you can always consider a dry shampoo paste, or just rinsing out with water. Your scalp will thank you. Dandruff is caused by a dry scalp. False. Kind of. Dandruff isn't dryness. It's usually an overgrowth of yeast on an oily scalp. Kind of though, because you can actually have those snowy flakes caused by a dry scalp. Those aren't actually dandruff though, so it's not the same thing and both have slightly different solutions. Stress makes your hair turn grey. True. All stress ages you to some extent. It depletes pigment producing cells, which of course can speed up the graying. Genetics are still going to be the main factor that contribute to your grey hair. If your parents went grey early, then the chances are you will too. And trust me, I know how it feels. I've got a decent head of hair, but I am going grey. Oof, people might start having to call me daddy. No, I'm cutting that one out. You can't grow new hair if you're bald or beardless by 25. Partially true. If your hair follicles are completely dead, you can't grow new hair. But there's hope. Treatments like microneedling, minoxidil, or finasteride can help revive dormant hair follicles. So if you're still holding out for that beard, it's worth a try. All you need is good hair genetics to pull off a great hairstyle. False. I get this one in the comments all the time. People think that having good hair genetics is all you need to pull off great hairstyles. It's only part of the story. The truth, it's all about how you cut, style, and take care of it. Even if you don't have the best hair genetics in the world, if you know how to deal with your hair using good styling techniques and great products, then you will achieve a better hairstyle than those who have great genetics and just have no idea what they're doing with their hair. Just before getting my buzz cut, I had extremely overgrown and hard to style hair. My genetics were not enough to make it look good. I needed good technique and great products to make it come together and enhance that natural messy look. And speaking of styling, let me tell you about my go-to hair brand, Blue Man. Their products are a game changer for every man's hair. Whether you want volume, texture, or a sleek look, Blue Man's range helps you unlock your hair's full potential. And right now, Blue Man is running an exclusive Black Friday sale, 25% off site-wide and 30% off their exclusive bundle. Plus, if you spend $120 or more, you'll get a free Traveler's Dot bag, but the stock is limited, so you have to act fast. Make sure to check out Blue Man with the link in the description. Trust me, your hair will thank you. Wearing hats or hair accessories causes hair loss. Partially true. Hats will not make you go bald unless they're super tight and cause traction alopecia. The bigger culprits are hairbands or anything that pulls on your hair. Trust me, I know when I had long hair and I was tying it in a man bun constantly, every time I would take that hairband off, it would come with like 50 hairs attached. Try and keep it loose and comfortable. This one, I'm not a fan of. Beards are dirtier than toilet seats. False. I hope. Here's the deal. Beards can harbor bacteria if you don't groom them properly, but regular washing keeps them clean. Please don't be that guy whose beard is dirtier than a toilet seat. Gray hairs or beards are coarser than pigmented ones. True, gray hairs lose sebum, the oil in your hair, which makes them coarser and drier. That loss of pigment also just changes the texture of your hair. I'm noticing that my gray hairs on the side are thicker and also drier and also a bit coilier. You should never trim your hair or beard whilst growing it out. False. I know it's very tempting to not trim your hair or beard if you're growing it out because you're trying to reach that length as quick as possible. It's actually counterproductive. If you trim your hair and beard, then you get rid of split ends, which makes your hair healthier. If you don't do this, then the split ends will eventually damage your hair so much that you're gonna have to get it trimmed anyways. And you'll probably have to cut off more than you would have had to if you were just getting very casual maintenance trims, just a small amount on the ends. It also helps with the uneven look. Not all your hair grows at the same rate, so it'll just generally look better. Cold water makes your hair healthier and shinier. True. Partially. Cold water can smooth the cuticle and temporarily make your hair look shinier, but it doesn't really make it healthier. Hot water, on the other hand, can dry your hair, so it is a healthier option. Just go for lukewarm water and you'll be fine. Sleeping with wet hair causes damage. True. Wet hair is really fragile. The friction from rubbing your hair into your pillow will cause some sort of breakage, split ends, damage. Plus, let's not even talk about the dampness, which creates the perfect breeding ground for bacteria, and this can easily lead to scalp issues like dandruff. Eating certain foods makes your beard and hair grow healthier and faster. True. A diet rich in protein, biotin, and zinc helps support hair growth. Having said this though, it won't override genetics. Still, eating healthy is a win-win for your hair and your overall health, so even if the impact is small, it's worth a shot. I've always heard this next one. You get your hair genetics from your mother's father. True. Kind of. This one's a classic. Many people say that you inherit your hairline and your hair genetics from your mother's father. That's only part of the story. Genetics are like very complex. While you do inherit some traits from your mom's side, your dad's genetics do unfortunately play a huge role too. I'm sorry to all of you whose dad is bald. The genes responsible for hair loss are passed down from both of your parents. If your family has a history of weak hair, hair thinning, balding, anything like this, it's likely that those genetics have been passed down to you one way or another. Hey, maybe it'll skip a generation. If you enjoyed this video, then leave me a thumbs up and give me a sub. I never ask for these. That's it for today's myth busting, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and peace.